What's up guys, Cash back again, and after last week's announcement of Jane Foster coming to Avengers in patch 2.5, I wanted to talk about where I see things going for the game as far as what heroes we're likely to see now that there is clearly a bigger push for synergy between heroes coming to the MCU and heroes being introduced in Marvel's Avengers. And I think the timing of Jane Foster's announcement kind of paints a clearer picture of what Marvel games could possibly have in mind, so let's get into it. Initially, it felt like the choice to make Kamala the newest Avenger and introduce her to more mainstream audiences who don't follow the comics was the studio's way of being original with its hero choices, but looking back at it now, it seems Marvel Games had plans for this game from the start that we're just now starting to see. The announcement that new heroes and content would continue to be developed and released as DLC had players super excited about the chance to see certain heroes come to the game because of how good the combat was and how heroes like Captain Marvel and Doctor Strange could be some of the strongest heroes in the game with their own unique mechanics. And when the leaks revealed that a ton of heroes were already planned for the game, as well as some heroes being in various stages of development, we were even more hyped for the future of the game. And then Kate Bishop was announced as the first DLC hero. And understandably, a lot of players were like, "Who?" Of course, we got Hawkeye a few months later, and players were a bit underwhelmed because while both heroes are actually amazing in game, they're essentially both archers, and after hearing names like Vision and Ant-Man on the list of planned heroes, many players expected to see more exciting heroes from the start. If you look at the heroes released post-launch, you have two heroes who had an upcoming Disney Plus show, a massively popular hero on Black Panther, and another hero who will be exclusive to one platform because of the deal made with Sony early in the game's development. We've known for a while that heroes like She-Hulk, the Winter Soldier, and Captain Marvel were coming because they had already begun development, and that War Machine was planned as well, but for some reason his development stalled. But after the way things have gone this year, and learning that She-Hulk was delayed intentionally in order to release closer to her Disney Plus series, and seeing the announcement of Jane Foster come the day after she was revealed in the Thor Love and Thunder trailer, I think we now know why development for War Machine was stalled and when we can expect to actually see him arrive in the game. Rumor has it that originally the plan for this year was to start the year off with She-Hulk, but because of the delay mandate from Marvel Games, they decided to use Thor's resources to fast track Jane Foster into the game as an Echo with some differences in gameplay, and that the Winter Soldier and Captain Marvel would come later in the year, but seeing as the expected release for Jane Foster won't likely be until late June, that would seem to bump Captain Marvel's release into early 2023, which would be very convenient for Marvel since the Marvels is set to drop in February. I know the obvious question a lot of you will ask is, well, if they're doing brand synergy, why not add Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, or Moon Knight, who all had Disney Plus shows and movies? And I think the choice to focus on more B-list level heroes like Kamala, Kate, and She-Hulk was viewed as the ideal choice because it represents a chance for the studio to have a fresh take with these less popular heroes, and for Marvel Games, it allows them to market these heroes to another demographic ahead of their introduction into the MCU. Another thing that both the studio and Marvel Games puts a lot of emphasis on in the game is the overall narrative, and clearly the plan is to continue to do so in the future, so the heroes they add have to make sense for the game's current narrative. But I think we're getting closer to the end of AIM as the main villain of the game, and they have teased the threat of not only the invasion of the Kree, but possibly a threat in the form of magic users based on dialogue heard in Wakanda about Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch. Because of rumors, the idea was that 2023 would bring heroes like Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch to the game, but now based on Marvel Games' insistence on having certain hero releases line up with their MCU counterparts, I think 2023 will have Captain Marvel's expansion to start the year, with War Machine possibly coming after depending on when his Disney Plus show debuts, and possibly Ant-Man because his movie is coming in July of 2023. They're also starting production on a new Captain America film soon, so I think that tells us we'll be seeing a new flying hero at some point as well. This is 100% my own speculation, but again, I think we're starting to see a pattern for where things are going, with this year looking to close out with a Winter Soldier operation, which I'll have a video out soon sharing my thoughts on how I think plans might change with the size of his operation, so be on the lookout for that. But now I want to hear what you guys think down in the comments. Do you think having synergy between the game and the MCU is good for the game's future, or do you think this decision will ultimately hurt the game in the long run? Let me know down below, and make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more Marvel's Avengers content every week. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.